Oh, I'm streaming. I didn't want to stream. I forgot. I don't know how to share um, the thing. Actually, I'll do another one later. But let me tell you about this that I found is there's a out in the state of Washington. There's a city that's trying to give away grants. I mean, it's they have the CARES Act and trying to give out grant money, and they can't because not enough people applied, and they have to give it away in 3 more days to have people. So they make quota. Otherwise, they have to give the money back to Washington, and nobody wants to give. I think local jurisdictions, you know, local governments, city and county governments, hate Washington more than the average person does, and so they hate to give money back to Washington. And that's probably not going to happen. So they need more people to apply, and that was the thing. Then there was another city back in the state of Washington too that is trying to. They only have a couple more days to get rid of the money. I mean, see, that's what I'm trying to do is tell people about these. I mean, a lot of it goes quickly, and that's why I'm trying to warn you to get online quickly so you get there and you find out early because it usually goes very quickly. But this is taking a while. So, not all the time. So what I'm trying to do is, if you're not a member of Let's Go Help, after I finish this, I'm going to put, oh, maybe I could do it now. Boy, I bet maybe. But I'm afraid I'm going to lose you. Let me try. Okay. Maybe I'll put it in the description here. Okay. Here is, I think it's, why isn't it going up? Come on, go up there. Maybe is this too big to go up? It's not going up. Why doesn't it? Maybe it's taking a while. But I have 2 links I put down in the discussion, but it's not taking it for some reason. God, how? It's not going. So after, I'm going to put 2 links in the description of this live chat. And there, I mean, I think it's, if you don't belong to Let's Go Help, you could learn how to get this stuff. And that's what it takes you through the process, step by step, of how to get all this, the latest stuff, the old stuff, or whatever. So it's a video description to teach people who aren't Let's Go members how to get this stuff, because I know available now, but yes, no matter where it is, I mean, every time I do something, people say, well, what about Alabama? What about California? What about, yes, it's all the same. It just may be a little different. I mean, I can't, I mean, there's 50 to 100,000 programs. So I can't, keep track of everyone. What I do when I do a video is show you the kinds of things that may be there. Well, let's see, maybe if I close this up a little, that's the most important thing. Maybe it doesn't let a website go in here. Let's see if that works. No, I made it slower. Oh, I see. Yes, it's only, okay, yes. Okay, 1 is too big. So I think you get old a little too late sometimes. Okay, there it is. Okay, now I got it in there. And I'll put it again. Here's the other one. There are 2 websites. Okay. And you download the reports. These are reports I give to Let's Go Help members for any problem they have. I used to be able to do a report for them. And so if you're in California, if you're in Alabama, if you're in the moon, wherever the hell you are, you look at that report and follow the instructions of how to find the things locally. because I list there's 4 or 5 organizations that are in every county. So I tell you about those organizations in your county. Now there you're going to have to do some work and find those organizations. I give you the name, how to find them, and actually I even give you a national list so you could pick out your county in the national list, and then you pick out the county that you live in for that organization, and you call them. Remember that thing? I don't have my phone here. You ever remember the phones we use? You call them. That's the only way you're going to get something. You just go online looking, at there. Oh, there's nothing here. Nah, because they call it something different. They don't. You gotta call. You can't rely on. Wow, there's Dental, all smiles. What are you doing? She is an incredible researcher. She is just kicking it for us. She's just an amazing lady. And she is fast. She is just doing wonderful work. I think she's going to own me soon. So she'll be doing it. She's going to set up her own shop because she does this so well. She doesn't need me. And that's true. I mean, if you want to help other people do that, just copy what I'm doing. People need this. Do it locally or something like that. People, I mean, if you are the source for every free, money source in, Houston, Texas, or whatever. We need that. We need help. We need curators in this country because there's too much crap on the internet. There's a limit to the limit to grants you can apply for. No, absolutely not. There may be a limit to grants you can get, but apply for, no. And even get, as long as it's not for the same thing. I mean, somebody will get pissed off if you're getting $100,000 to do the same thing. You're getting $200,000 to do $100,000 project because you applied money, and but no, people, if the money's for anything, like most of these COVID grants are money just to live. So if you get $1 million in grants to live, you're doing well. Probably shouldn't apply, but they have income requirements. So you want to start getting too much, then you aren't applying. But it's so amazing to me. More and more requirements for these things are $100,000 is the maximum income. You would think, what, $20,000, $30,000 if I make over that, or $40,000? No, $100,000. As long as you make under $100,000, you're eligible for this. Wow, that's why it's costing a lot of money to live in this. I want to own a shop now, so how much I want to do? ADHD has me going through so many ideas. Just try one. You got to, Erica. I mean, I think when I was a kid, they didn't diagnose ADHD, but I got thrown out of so many classes in schools because I was bored. Now they have a name for it, ADHD, and I just said boring school. And like that. And the key to doing anything in life is focusing on something, and so you got a lot of things. Okay, well, do one. Ideas are cheap. You could have 100 more. So what? You're still not going anywhere. And you go to a party sometime and everybody's got $1 million idea. Now that's just wasted. That's what I call it. I'll give anybody any idea anytime. And it's just a waste of energy because people don't do anything. It doesn't matter. Everybody has $1 million idea. Don't worry about anybody stealing your idea. Nobody can do their own idea, let alone steal an idea. Yeah. And your idea that you think is so important is probably not the right one anyway. It's going to fail, but you have to go out there and fail that idea to make sure you go where you should have gone the first time, but didn't have enough sense to do that. That's how things go. That's how art works. That's how everything works in our society. We're all artists trying to build this canvas that we're living in, and nobody knows what the hell they're doing. We're all guessing, and everybody's trying to pretend they're smarter than the other person so they can make more money. and scam people that I'm smarter than you are, so you're going to have to pay me a lot more money when they aren't. And anybody going to help you is just take a kernel. Okay, maybe they have a trick or a source like me. Maybe the source help. I can't guarantee anything I give you. You're going to get the money. Nobody can. It's all about you doing something. Yeah. What is available in Texas? One of the greatest researchers in the world is available in Texas. She's in the list there. Look for dental, and you'll see her. That's the resource. I mean, that's a lady who could take two sticks together, rub them, and light up a city hall or whatever. And there she is. Howdy. And that wherever you live, you have to just find out what's there, try to work with it. If it works not, then you have to get more creative. That's what it is. It's just life is so shitty, but that's how you learn. You go out and use the shitty parts and say, hey, no, but I better do this. And keep your mind agile enough and flexible enough that you're not going to just, if somebody tells you you could do this and you can't, that you don't give up and go home. No, you got to be smarter than that, but you don't know you are because you haven't had a chance to be. You're following everybody else's rules, and your only way you're going to get to your own rules that will really work the best for you is failing at all the others. I mean, I used to think I needed an MBA, so I went and got an MBA after the military. It took me two failing businesses, or actually two failing businesses to unlearn all that stuff they taught me in MBA school. It's just maybe there's skills of some you learned. I mean, it's nothing. I think it was worth it to me because I thought I needed it. I didn't. I had to unlearn it. It cost me 50 grand. Well, actually, it was a government grant I got to go from the military. And that was cool about that. Like outfit. Oh, see, you notice the what are these? See, question marks and the hearts. Yeah, I'm sort of confused on hearts or question marks or whatever. And I was question marks for 10 years. And that was really what I was talking about in question marks is that I believe that, the answers are easy, but it's asking the right question is important. That's how you get, I want to make $1 million. Oh, shit. That's a stupid question. Yeah. It is because the answer is gazillion, there's no one way to do anything. That's why. So if you're searching the internet, the robots and the internet are getting into your head what they think your question is. And so your question to most people is how to make $1 million or whatever. And so everybody after, hey, you're going to make $1 million, do this, do this, give me money and you can make $1 million. All you're doing is need veterans grants. Okay, if you're a veteran, there's something, every county has something called the County Veteran Service Officer. County Veteran Service Officer. Call up your county government and look for the County Veteran Service Officer. And that's the place to start. These people get grant money. See, I charge you for the research. You want to find people who are going to research for you for free first before you wind up charging me. Unless you think Miss Dental is so nice to give money to. Okay, but no, go to this County Veteran Service Officer. They get grant money to help vets get money for anything. I used to speak at the Walter Reed here. The veterans come back, shot up and stuff like that. And what I do is tell them about non-veterans programs. But the County Veteran Service Officer tells you about veterans-related programs. So, but don't keep your mind only the veterans because you're eligible for everything. And truthfully, as a vet, I think you should be first in line for every goddamn program this country has to offer. You're going to put your ass on the line, to die for the country. So you should not be only eligible for just the veteran stuff. You should be first in line for housing, a re-education thing. I mean, the veterans program is a sliver, just a sliver of what's out there. But you should know that sliver, because that's what you're eligible for. If they don't have what you want them, okay, then you got to, it's like asking 5 people to dance and they all say no. Okay, but you still want to dance. So you got to keep looking, and it's the same way with finding help or whatever. Okay, Laura's saying, how do you sort through all? Sort through, I work from, yes, she does, and she gets better every day. It's amazing. I mean, I've been doing all this myself for many years because I didn't know what to do. I mean, I had a lot of, big staff downtown Washington, D.C. and all that kind of stuff, and sold books and, the infomercials and everything. And then people stopped buying books. I didn't know what to do with it. It took me about 10 years. Now I'm figured it out and figure out how people buy money. I mean, I had to figure it out, and I'm 77 years old. The world changes. So, I can't keep doing it. And the biggest hurdle I feel in getting old, and you want to keep doing things in life, is success is the biggest handicap. This is what our country, everybody wants to live like we did in the 50s. Man, 50s are over. We can't live that way anymore. Everyone wants to go back to the 50s. Sure, because it was easy, everybody making good money and all that kind of stuff. That's over. So, and you hate to lose something, that you were good at and everything. And that was the hardest thing for me to get over. It really took me 10 years, not only to change, because I was always trying instinctively, these are like bad habits, particularly if you were, got positive reinforcement for it. So you keep trying to do it again. You can't. So it took me 10 years to beat it out of my system, find the new ways that people are buying things or getting education. I want to do this till I die, and dental is one of the first people I really hired in, my new growth, who has a knack for this, and it is. I mean, I don't think I ever saw a resume of yours. Did I? I don't know. I mean, to me, the way to do it, you try it, you like it, you don't like it, that's cheaper than going through any kind of long interview process. I gave that up long ago, because if we're all screwed up. And just think of our relationships with any individual. I mean, we all have bad parts and everything. How do you get through the bad parts? Well, if you're going after just a certain skill or talent or whatever, then when those bad parts start showing, you got to like that person. It's sort of like a lover, you got to like that person, to get through all that when they piss you off, and their quirky stuff. I'm a pain in the ass to live with, I'm sure. We all are. We all have our bad points. But if you have something higher to live for, and that's why every job you take, every business you want to start, it's going to be a pain in the ass. But that's why you have to have something bigger that will make you stay there when it is a pain in the ass. So you fight through that bad shit. Everything has bad stuff to it. And you have to, this is why I think the heart is more important. If your heart's not in it, you're out of there, The first time they start picking their nose at dinner, you're gone, right? And that's important. So that's why I think, you have to like the person, like what you're doing emotionally or from your heart, because otherwise then it's like going to the dentist, something you have to do. And I just think, boy, that is sort of like I hate to say it's a waste, but boy, I mean, well, first of all, you're not going to grow. And we're all organic. It's like a flower. We're all flower, grass, organic. We're here to grow, not to die, shrivel up. Well, I guess eventually that's going to happen, right? But as long as you're breathing, it's about staying alive and growing. And that's why I think your heart has to be there. Now, you're not going to magically get that, in one day or whatever, but you have to work towards that. Find ways to make income that pays the bills while you work on that, so you could spend the rest of your life doing something, like the interview or the video I did the other day about how to get $8,000 to do something important for the rest of your life. And this is what dental's working on for every state. Sources of help, so you could start getting money and help or information or whatever, so you could start working on something that is important for you. And when you do that, then you could do that for the rest of your life. And it doesn't matter about retirement or, I mean, what are you going to do in retirement? Play golf? That's what we used to do where I live. You used to retire and go play golf. And gee, you're a lousy golfer, especially as you get older. That's not for you. But the world has so many problems you could help with. And your heart, to keep your heart growing. I find as you get older, it's easier to have a more open heart. And it's easier to do that, to give that to other people. That's how I think to stay alive and to stay excited about life. And you have so much more to give as you get older too. Not only wisdom, because we still don't know at any age. None of us know what's going on. but as we get older, we realize that. So we know. Okay, is it a certain wordplay to use when applying for a grant? Okay, yes, the certain wordplay is honesty. Don't try to figure out what they want, because then you're in the wrong place. Yeah. You call up offices, you speak. That's what those two I sent 2 links to you, okay, in the description. So go up early in there. I have 2 links, the reports and TFM broadcast. I work for Matthew. What is TFM broadcast? I don't know. Anyway, go up there, download those reports that tell you about what to say, how to say it, or whatever. And everybody thinks these bureaucrats giving out the money want to help you, okay? They want to help you. But if you're trying to figure out what they want to hear, that's like your parents when you were a kid, Oh yeah, we're just going out doing nothing, Mom. She knows you're bullshitting, and so it's that. No, I mean, you call up a government office and say, hey, I need help starting my business. Hey, I need help. I have financial problems with debt. Hey, that's understandable, right? And they are sitting on stuff. You have no idea what they're sitting on. So you're trying to figure out, what can I say that they're sitting on when you don't even know what the hell they're sitting on? So the best you could do is be honest and call them up. That's what I mean. If you call, it's easier. If you're trying to say it in filling out an application, you're going to save yourself a lot of work if you call them up and say, hey, this is the kind of business I have. This is what I need help with. How can you help me? And they say, oh, shit, no, come back 2 years when you're whatever, and then you don't have to waste each other's time, or, oh, yeah, no, what you really need is not us. You need this over here. See, and they know that better than you were ever learn, because they've been doing this for years and years and years. And that's, their job is to know all that stuff. Your job, you're the first time you're running into doing this. So you're a rookie trying to guess out what the other is. It's trying, some bullshitter at the bar is trying to pick you up, They're not being honest. They're trying to be cool or whatever. That doesn't go far. Wow. So I really love your spirit, but please, yeah. Well, actually, yeah. I mean, it takes effort and work on my part too. I like to help everybody for free. I can't, because I got to pay my mortgage and rent and things like that. I take care of my husband in Arizona, so he has mental and physical disability. Are there grants available to help me with his medical needs? Yes, Shannon. Unfortunately, it's a bunch of stuff I could send you if you're a member. It's $20. That's why I'm trying to keep it cheap as hell. Go to the links I just sent you, okay? And start with them. And they tell you the sources to start with. You're only going to spend money to shorten that process. But the basic process is what I sent out in those links earlier. I pay to Glenn. I don't know where the Washington grants are that he's talking about. Yes, I forget what they are, but I think I got to do that video and put it up on YouTube after I finish this. Okay, so I'll put those grants up. It's certain counties in the state of Washington, but still, if you go to that link, it tells you that I put it in the description there. It tells you how to find the ones in your area. Now that takes work. And most of you probably aren't going to do it because it's a pain in the butt. But that is true. Save those links up there. Download them. The reports, the video explains, and the resources are all in those reports to start following the thing. I mean, it's not going to be easy. If it's easy, you're lucky. And then call me back because I'll put you in the next infomercial. So you can go on TV. Yeah, see, I just filled out this form and I got $50,000 and now I'm a millionaire. See? So you call me so I can put you in the infomercial. Okay. And we'll both be happy, right? Okay, guys, I have to go and do this report that I promised, because you know what I have to do? I have to go answer questions from paying members. That's what I spend my life doing. Down payment for home, yes. It's the same sources you can start with. And they pay me $20 a month. I want to answer their questions. That's my first obligation. So I want to make sure that they don't wait long to get answers, and I get a bunch, but I'm getting better at it. And that's why I like doing it. It teaches me what the questions are. I believe I could get an answer to anything. I just can't figure out the questions and package it well enough so people understand how to use it. And it's still a hit and miss game. Everything in life is. Where do passing members go? Parsing members. I'm not sure what that is. But it's a closed Facebook group. So when you join Let's Go Help, and that's at www.letsgo, LSKO.com. That's the $20 thing, okay? And then when you sign up, and you got to go to the Facebook group. Actually, I have to load your name in. So when you get the Facebook group, then your email's there, and it hooks up with your Facebook name, and that's what it is. How to join membership. That's what it is on top there. Look under Matthew Lesko. I just put it up there. LetsGoHelp.com. And that's it. Do caregivers qualify for business? Yes, actually, they qualify for unemployment now as a caregiver, depending on your state, too. So the pandemic. Now, this is what you want to do is you want to find. Okay. So if you put find local career one-stop, just put that in Google. Make sure you see a .org or a .gov, nothing else. And go, and that will have a drop down, and you put in your zip code and you find out the career one stop locally. So you want to know as a caregiver, a lot of places for caregivers. And actually, if Biden wins, he's really planning on doing a lot more. I mean, caregivers are the most important thing, I think, in our community. And I see women, it's defaulted to them in every section of our community. There's children, elderly, incarcerated, everything. It's women that carries the load on all the important stuff that we have in our life. And the guys carry their golf clubs. I think that's what it is. Yeah. So thanks for putting up. It was a nice mistake. I pushed the wrong button. See, us old guys were pushing the technology, screwing up. And it was nice to talk to Dental. Now, Dental, you know what? I thought we finished Florida, and I couldn't find Florida. So it looks like we didn't. So let me know if you see a Florida around. Well, I'm going to put it together and send it to you anyway. I thought we're down the alphabet, way down. We don't have many left to go. And what I'm thinking about next is housing, Dental. We have not. Okay. Housing and state housing. I think I'm going to have you teach me what that is. See what happens. Dental goes out. She does all the ditch digging and teaches me what's out there. And then I try to package it with my 30, 40, 50. That's probably 40 or 50 years of experience on how to best organize and package it all. But she's the brains of the outfit. So it's nice to see she's here. Thank you. But all you people that are on there, that it does so much for my heart to see that you're interested in what I do. I think there's nothing more important to a human creature is that someone pay attention to what they do. So by you being here is the nicest gift I could ever have in life. And I appreciate that so much. I know it could go away in an instant and it'll be gone. So I appreciate every single second of your time showing me that. So thank you.